everyone, welcome back to my channel, Side Hustle Seattle. So we're going to talk about something today that I think is pretty cool, and that's using your voice or your voice acting skills to make money recording audiobooks or just doing some freelance voiceover work. I personally do not have the voice to do any sort of voiceover anything. So this is not for me, but hopefully if you do, this will help you out. So of course, now more than ever, publications, authors are moving towards more of an audio space. Obviously, we know print is dead. We've been hearing that for forever. And so there's more opportunity now to be able to record audiobooks and use your voice to make some money. Now, the two companies, when I was looking into it, I found are Amazon owns. It's called Audiobook Creation Exchange, or ACX, and a site called Upwork, where there's a bunch of like freelance voice jobs that you can do. And we'll go into like what I found and how it works in a second here. I will say, shameless plug, if you are into audiobooks, check your public library because they're free. Like, I've been crushing through audiobooks since the pandemic. I have no idea why I've like made the switch. I've always been a physical copy type of person, but now I just like F it and I listen to an audiobook on my commute to work every single day. But it is free. So if you're currently paying for audiobooks, do not do it. Check your public library. You should be able to get those for free. Okay, so like back into actually what we're talking about, and that is how to record audiobooks. For Amazon's Audiobook Creation Exchange, essentially what it is, it's just bringing people who have books, publicators, authors, and connecting them with people who can help them create audiobooks. So whether that be narrators, that's the people recording it, or sound engineers or editors or whatever the case may be. So it's essentially one big ecosystem to be able to help people create audiobooks. So that's what it is. Now we're going to talk specifically about being a narrator, of course, and that's how to actually go about creating an account and getting yourself to a place where you can make some money on the site. So it's pretty informative on the site when you're looking to see how it works, but we'll just go through it here as well. So if you're a narrator, first things first, you want to, of course, create a profile. Create a profile, say some stuff about yourself, and then you can upload unlimited samples of your voice. So of course, there's gonna be a bunch of different books out there. So maybe you wanna narrate children's books, or you wanna do more animated stuff. Maybe you have a better voice suited for male and female, just female, certain accents. So you can go and upload a bunch of different samples of your voice and tag them all. That way, if an author is specifically looking for a certain type, it'll make it easier to find you. The more, the better. You also get to say how you want to get paid. So there's two specific ways on how you can get paid. One is you can choose the per finished hour rate. So that means per finished hour of an audiobook, you get paid a flat rate for that. On average, when I looked it up, people said it's about $100 to $200 per finished hour rate. So if you have a 10-hour audiobook, you are getting paid for $100 to $200 per that. Or you can choose to do 50% of the royalties. So that means that you are putting in upfront time and effort, and you won't get paid out until you're actually getting royalties from that book. Now keep in mind, not all books are gonna be as popular as others. So if you're going the royalty route, it may be more of a slow payoff. You can search through thousands of, so once you of course set up how you wanna get paid, you can search through thousands of different publications, narrations, whatever the case, and try to find a book that is best suited for you. And so you can audition for a bunch of different narrating jobs. That's essentially how you have to do it. You have to go through and you have to audition for a bunch of different books. And if the person likes you, they will extend an offer to you for you to be the person that then records the audiobook. Once you get the offer, of course, you read it, figure out if that's what you actually want to do, and then you can accept the offer. Now, from this point, it's important to know that for specifically on ACX, you are also essentially the editor as well. So you're going to be the one recording the video or recording the audiobook, but you also have to be the one that edits it, clips it, sends it off, all of that. All right, so you can help work with other people, or you can like try to get other people to help, or help you edit, or help you adjust sound, etc., especially if you're not good at that. But you can also just cut out the middleman, save yourself some money, and learn how to do some editing as well. And then once you're done, you ship it off to the people. So of course they have to approve it. If they don't approve it, you won't get paid. So you will have to send it to the actual author of the book. They will approve the audiobook, make sure everything sounds good, And then from there, you will get paid. And that is pretty much the simple way of how it works. Now you've kind of seen the basics about how it works on ACX specifically, right? Again, there's thousands of different books that you can audition for. You can filter by your type of voice, the type of books that you're looking for, things that you feel like are really in your niche. And that's kind of what I found when I looked at the tips. A lot of the tips said, one, you do kind of need some formal training. People saying that it's better if you've taken some acting classes or some voice classes. Most people do kind of recommend some sort of voice coaching before you just try to dive right into it. They say that you'll be more successful doing it that way. Also, a tip that I found is that you need to have really good recording equipment. Obviously, if you're recording audiobooks, you want to make sure that it sounds perfectly clear and crisp with no distractions in the background, that it's easy to understand you, because obviously you are reading this book to people, so that's also important. And the third one people are saying is, again, find your niche. Like, if you know you have a voice for specific type of books, go for those specific type of books. If you know you only have a voice for nonfiction, you're good at reading those biographies, go ahead and go for those. So those are some tips and tricks that I found, but I also found a really good article that goes more in depth about like different things that you'll want to learn and things that you'll want to know before kind of diving into this kind of work. There's also a lot of Udemy classes on how to record audiobooks. So I'll go ahead and I'll link both of those if you like. So the second site that I found is a place called Upwork, and they have a lot, like hundreds of just voiceover jobs posted on there. So Upwork is almost like, it's not like a monster.com or anything like that. You're not getting hired to a company, you're just getting hired for a specific job. So they need somebody to tweak a website real quick. You can do that, essentially just connecting professionals with people who need some projects done, right? So you can do a voiceover job. If you're a SWE, you can do some web development, you can help in an analytics project. It's kind of like that. So if you go actually over to the voiceover section of it though, you'll see hundreds of jobs listed about like different voiceover things. Some people are like, hey, I need somebody to voice over my PowerPoint, I'll pay you $50. Some people are like, hey, I need you to narrate this YouTube video that I have. Other people are like, hey, yeah, I need you to narrate this anime scene or this anime sequence. So it definitely varies on like expertise, it varies on pay, but this one to me actually seems like the better option in my opinion, because you're gonna spend hours and literally like months creating an audiobook. But in this case, this is quick 10, 15, 20-minute project, and it pays you cash, right? For ACX, sometimes it's royalties, sometimes it's cash up front. It just depends on the author and of course what your preference is. But in this one, it's always cash. They're shorter videos, and so, or shorter work. And so if you're kind of diving into work for the first time, this seems like a good way to just kind of get your feet wet. So yeah, help that person narrate their PowerPoint for class, help that person create some training content for their work. These are all the places where you can kind of find those type of jobs. So again, these are just some options. I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff out there. If you are a voice actor yourself, I would love to know the tips and tricks that you have for getting this kind of work, what you've learned, etc. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know if you found this helpful, and let me know, I definitely want to know if you've done this type of work before. Thanks for watching.